Good morning, Web Spiders. Today is Thursday. It is January 7th. So happy to have you in the web. Gonna check my happy birthday list, and I have a happy birthday shout out to Michael Hudek, who's in Mrs. David's 4th grade classroom. Happy birthday, Michael. I'll see you later today for a birthday backpack charm. We have some bucket fillers to celebrate, so I think this is pretty exciting. To Brittany Gerhart from Mrs. Bridges, you are always kind, helpful, and patient to your neighbors in class. So Brittany, thank you for being a good friend and classmate. That is a bucket filler for you. This bucket filler goes out to Emily Harmon from Mrs. Taylor. Emily fills my bucket every day with her optimism and her kindness. You guys know what optimism is? It means you're always positive. You always have a good attitude, a smile on your face. You try to make the best of a bad situation. She offers help every day with lunch count and cleaning up the classroom every single afternoon. Thank you, Emily Harmon, for doing it right. This is a bucket filler card for Mrs. Miller. This is a bucket filler from Mr. John McCain. John says, Mrs. Miller is always being nice to me. So thank you, Mrs. Miller, for filling the bucket of one of our students. And I have a very special bucket filler right here because it's in the form of a letter. Billy Mason, who's a 3rd grader here at Webb, sent a bucket filler card to his study buddy, Dennis. So he's in Study Connections on Wednesday afternoon, and he sent a bucket filler card to Dennis. And his study buddy sent a bucket filler back, but he wrote him a letter. And I'm just going to read it to you because I think this is so awesome. Dear Billy, I'm really glad to have you this year as my study buddy. You always have a smile and you really work hard doing your assignments. I enjoy hearing about your day at school. You are very good at reading and answering the study questions. I also have fun when we get to play games. Be good. Keep on doing it right. From Mr. Dennis. So that is pretty awesome. Congratulations, bucket fillers. I am very proud of you. Name that spider coming soon. Coming soon. What are you going to name our web spider? Contest is coming. And if you will notice, I have some guests in the studio today. Take your hat off, Rodrigo, please. Okay. And I'm going to start right here. They're going to introduce themselves to you. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Hyatt from Mrs. Prisnell's. I'm Macy Snack from Mrs. Prisnell's. Gage McComb from Mrs. Mo's class. My name is Caitlin C. from Mrs. Prisnell's class. I'm Rodrigo Saxton from Mrs. Prisnell's class.
Okay, and they are here to help me today, so if you would please stand and push your chair in, we are going to have a moment of silence. Engage, will you hold our flag for us? And Macy, I like how you're already ready for your pledge. Make sure your hand's on your heart. You guys ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a public service announcement for you. That's just like something I need to tell everybody. We are so happy that the weather's been holding out and the temperatures have been where we can go outside and play. But this is what happens. It's cold in the morning and the ground's kind of frozen. And then the sun comes out and the temperature goes up and it kind of thaws the ground. And do you know what happens to that wet ground when it thaws? It gets muddy. It gets really muddy. So I need to make sure, guys, when you're out on the playground, if it is kind of muddy out in the grass area, that you maybe choose to go do something else. Go play on the mulch, go play on the blacktop, and definitely make sure that you are wiping your feet before you come back in the building. Yesterday we had mud all over the carpet at Webb, and it really could have been stopped at the door. Okay? So if you notice the ground's real soft, don't play on it. And if you do get mud on your shoes, really wipe them on the rug when you come in so you don't track it all through the building. Think you can do that? I've got somebody interesting that just walked into, the studio. I do recognize her, but she's got a funny hat on. Let's see if you know her.
Good morning, Mrs. Moran.
Good morning.
I'm just
Mrs. Clendenning.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just getting ready for something special.
Well, what are you getting ready for?
I'm getting ready for Camp Carolot. It's time for Camp Carolot again. Do you guys remember Camp Carolot from last year? We have it every winter, right after Christmas.
I remember Camp Carolot.
And we're getting ready to get started again. It's a really fun time, but it's also some work. for kids who want to meet with other kids and me and Miss Warner to talk about really important things. Like we talk about things like how to stop worrying so much about stuff.
Oh, that's good.
It is. And we talk about things like how to do your very best and set goals. We talk about, things that kids think about, like divorce or anger stuff and things like that. It's a good time.
Can everybody come?
Well, you have to be in 2nd or 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay, so 2nd graders, 3rd graders, 4th graders. And when does camp start?
It starts, we might start next week, but we're going to have sign-ups during lunch today. So
Okay.
we're going to come to lunch and talk to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders about it more.
About Camp Carolot.
About Camp Carolot. So just be watching and listening because we're going to talk about getting ready for camp.
Yay! Well, thank you, Mrs. Clendenning. It sounds like a lot of fun. And kind of serious, too, though. Yeah, fun but serious. Okay. Yeah, help you work out some of your problems and things like that. And get some friends that do that, too. Okay, well, Camp Carolot sounds like a lot of fun. Do you guys remember this word that I showed everyone yesterday? Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Self-discipline. And someone gave a synonym for this word, a word that means about the same thing, and they said self-control or controlling yourself. So yesterday, I caught all kinds of web spiders in the hallway practicing self-discipline or self-control. They were walking in the hallway. They were using quiet voices in the hallway. I even peeked into some classrooms yesterday, and I saw kids sitting in their seats paying attention to their teacher, practicing self-control. It's not always easy, because sometimes we want to do something, but if we don't have permission to do it, we gotta stop, we gotta think, and we gotta change the action, don't we? Okay, so we're really concentrating on self-discipline this whole month of January. So make sure. What do they need to do to practice self-control? Do you have any advice for them? Yeah. Can you guys say that on a count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Doing it right.
Okay. Make sure you are doing it right, and have a great day.